Hey guys, it is me, Kisame Unlimited, and today I have decided to do a Could This Be Meta? The Could This Be Meta on this channel is the hardest segment to make. So I'm stressing this so much because I only make one a month. So if you guys would like to see a Could This Be Meta in the next month, like the video. It's greatly appreciated. There's 36,000 of you guys. I would like at least 800 of you to click that like button right now, because I will cut this segment if it doesn't do well, because this is a hard segment to make. So if not many people like it, I will cut it, definitely. On the Facebook page, I asked a lot of people and asked everyone to fill in one deck that they would like to see the Could This Be Meta tackle. And a lot of people said that what they wanted to see was Cyberdarks. I got a lot of people that wanted to see Cyberdarks, and after this video, I will upload another status on the Facebook page for another Could This Be Meta, and you could throw in your vote for a deck that you would like to see get support. I put a lot of hours into making these 5 cards, making Cyberdarks good. Cyberdarks only have 5 cards to work with. And I gave them 5 new cards because the Could This Be Meta is a segment where I make 5 fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards to help the archetype that I'm tackling, making it broken, if not good enough to be tier 1 to tier 2. Now, it wasn't easy because they only have 5 cards to work with, so the cards that I had to give them had to be extremely busted to keep up. So we're going to get on into this right now. The first card I made was a card called Dark Dragon of the Cyber's Acid. Now, I realized that one thing that Cyberdarks don't really have is dragons that work for them. You know, they are just machines that abuse dragons in the graveyard, but they don't have a dragon really that speaks out specifically to the Cyberdarks. So that's what this card's for. Its effect is, well, its stats overall, it's a level 3, because it had to be, level 3 Dark Dragon, and its attack is 1500 and its defense is 0. Now for his effect. His effect is when this card is normal or special summoned, you could add 1 Cyberdark monster from your deck to your hand. You could tribute this face-up card to normal summon 1 Cyberdark monster from your hand. You can special summon monsters from your extra deck this turn you activate this effect. If this card is sent to your graveyard by the effect of a Cyberdark monster, you could destroy 1 face-up card your opponent controls. Now, the way I made this card was I made it so that if you wanted to make Cyberdarks good, you had to give them an engine, and this card embodies an engine. This card, you play it, then you search out a Cyberdark, you could kill himself to play that Cyberdark that you just searched out, attach it to that Cyberdark, and then if that Cyberdark is sent to the graveyard, it pops something your opponent controls, which trims down your deck, basically gets into your plays as quickly as possible and gets the ball rolling, which is what the deck really, really needs. So next card. The next card is called Dark Dragon of the Cyber's Needles. And his stats are, he's a level 8, attack 4000, and defense 4000. And he's just a Dragon Dark monster. And his effect is, this card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned in face-up defense position if you control a face-up Cyberdark monster on your side of the field. This monster's battle position cannot be changed. During each of your end phases, you could special summon 1 level 3 dragon monster from your graveyard in face-up defense position. Your opponent can only target this monster for attacks. If this card is equipped to a Cyberdark dragon you control and sent to the graveyard, you can destroy every card your opponent controls. Now, I made this card so that they would have a legit wall, but yet again have a monster that Cyberdark Dragon could attach himself to that would make him a beatstick. Now, I don't want to rely on the whole Cyber Dragon family invading this, because they're 2 very different decks. And even 5-headed dragon wouldn't really work with this deck because it takes too long to get the ball rolling. Around the time frame when Cyberdarks were around and relevant, Future Fusion was a thing. And we don't have Future Fusion, so I had to make a big monster that would just sit on the field in defense mode so it can't hurt your opponent to make it balanced. And then at the same time, your opponent can only attack that, so it gives the Cyberdarks, though let's just say, if they were on the field with no equipped cards, they're not as vulnerable because he's a good defender. And at the same time, if he's destroyed, you know, you could always use him for Cyberdark Impact later, and then you play Cyberdark Dragon and attach him. But one other quality I like is that he puts pressure on your opponent, because during each end phase, you could revive 1 level 3 or lower dragon monster. So let's just say, you know, if your opponent just sees it and not doing anything, they're not really going to give a shit. But if it's constantly giving your opponent a play, that's going to make this card good. and that's what's going to make your opponent want a Utopia Lightning and get this guy off the field. The next card I made is Cyberdark XYZ Dragon, and he is a rank 3 machine, attack of 900, defense of 900, and he's dark. And he takes 2 level 3 machine or dragon monsters to make him. I try to make him kind of cliche because all the Cyberdarks are like 800. Cyberdark Dragon is 1,000. So I said, you know, a good 900 would be good for you. They're missing something. Alright, so his effect is when this card is special summoned, you could target up to 2 level 3 or lower dragon type monsters from your graveyard or hand and equip them to this face-up card. This card gains attack equal to the equipped monster's combined attack. Once per turn, you could detach 1 XYZ material from this card to target 1 monster your opponent controls and equip it to this face-up card. Monsters taken by this effect are treated as level 3 dragon monsters, and Cyberdark XYZ Dragon gains its original attack points. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you could send 1 equipped dragon monster to the graveyard instead. Boom. Now, this card is basically a relinquished where it could steal your opponent's cards and basically turn them into equip cards and then make them gain extra attack points. It basically gives them like their own infinity. You know, Cyber Dragons continue getting support when Cyberdarks are left in the dust. When in the anime, the Cyberdarks were like the next best thing that made Zane better. And I'm not saying that Cyberdark should be better than Cyber Dragons, but they should at least rival them and have somewhat of a competition. So, but that's one thing that I made. I liked how he had combined attack points. He was basically like their version of a Cyber Twin Dragon, basically just getting a little bit more of a buff. Okay, next card I made. It's a field spell called Cyberdark Treasure, because in the anime, they were like a treasure to have. All face-up Cyberdark and level 3 dragon monsters you control gain 700 attack and defense points. During your main phase 1, you can normal summon / set 1 monster in addition to your normal summon / set. Once per turn, you could send 1 level 3 or lower dragon type monster from your deck to your graveyard, then draw 1 card. I took a little piece from Gateway of Dark World where I was like, oh, you know, let me just mill a card and draw a card, like kind of like how it's like mixture of Dragon's Ravine and Gateway of Dark World. But at the end of the day, I really like the Gem Knight, Sapphire Knight. Sapphire Knight, her effect basically just gives you that additional normal summon per turn, and decks that are so weak really need buffs like that. Decks need to get into their summons and plays 1, 2, 3, and Cyberdarks are a prime example of that. They can't spam the field, and they need those additional summons to get their ball rolling. And if they want to get that, that's what they need. So I gave them a card that would give them an additional summon and a boost in attack points, because even by taking a dragon in your graveyard, their stats aren't that good. And they, like I said, they don't have really a boss monster really outside of Cyberdark Dragon. It's just decent, and they need a little bit more of a buff. And the last card I made for them is Cyberdark Wicked Knight, and it is a quick play, and its effect is all face-up Cyberdark monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's spell and traps this turn. You could banish this card from your graveyard. You could target 1 Cyberdark spell card from your deck and add it to your hand, except Cyberdark Wicked Knight. This effect can only be used once per turn. So I made a card that basically gave them protection so that they wouldn't get destroyed by card effects or pesky little cards that could just fuck them over, like spells and traps, obviously. And at the same time, I wanted to give them an out to getting Cyberdark Impact quickly. This gives them an out to getting Treasure the Field spell to give them their pluses, or Cyberdark Impact if you're ready to go for game and have all the Cyberdarks ready for Cyberdark Dragon. Now, these are the cards that I would make for them. I took a long time really to make them because I didn't want to make them sloppy, and I wanted to make them really good in my head, and I would not accept anything but the best. So if you think these cards are broken, then I did a good job, because that's the point of this video. It's to make them busted, and if I didn't make them busted enough, then I didn't do my job. But that's up to you guys. Let me know if you think these cards are great, and let me know if you think the cards would at least be tier 1, even tier 1.5. I just would like to see them at least a little bit above a tier 2 deck. But even if they were tier 2, it's better than what they're at now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you haven't, and comment below how you feel about these Cyberdark cards. And I upload about 2-3 videos a week. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to Underground. And I hope you guys all have a great day.